When an airline goes bankrupt, most of us see the same scenes at the airports.
Why are we on this stuff right now?
Angry passengers, tearful employees, and empty ticket counters. But what happens to the more than 200 yellow airplanes? Who gets the boarding gates? And what's gonna happen to the thousands of families who depended on them in South Florida? We are going to X-ray the assets. We'll see how corporate scavenging really works. We will discover who the true owners of those planes are, how the competition is already fighting to the death for their routes, and what real lifelines the employees of their massive Broward County base actually have. Today, we're looking at the painful division of assets from the remains of Spirit Airlines. The first thing we need to talk about is the heart of an airline, its airplanes. And the first big myth is that the company lost its yellow planes, when the truth is that most of these beautiful aircraft didn't actually belong to Spirit. Enter a figure few people know about, the lessors, or aircraft leasing companies. Commercial aviation isn't based on what we all think. Today, most airlines don't actually own their planes. Instead, they are leased from giant financial corporations in Ireland or Dubai, who are the true owners of the massive Airbus and Boeing fleets we see at airports worldwide. Welcome to the world of lessors. They basically control modern aviation. And as giant corporations, they do not react well to uncertainty. The moment the federal judge signed the liquidation, these companies hit the panic button and reclaimed their assets. So, what happens to those planes now? Being a standardized and extremely young fleet, exclusively Airbus A320 and A321, CEOs, and NEOs, they are the most coveted treasure in the world. Right now, Boeing has its MAX production line scaled back, and Airbus has delivery delays stretching up to 6 years. Airlines are placing orders just to get in line for a future aircraft. This means many airlines are desperate for narrow-body aircraft. Those ex-Spirit Airbuses are already being sent to desert facilities to strip away the yellow, paint them white, and lease them out in a matter of weeks to airlines in Europe, Asia, or maybe they'll even end up at Frontier or JetBlue. But here is a toxic avgeek detail. Not all of those planes are pure gold. A large part of Spirit's Neo fleet is equipped with the problematic Pratt & Whitney GTF engines. Dozens of those yellow planes are currently wildly expensive. Those are going to sit around gathering dust. So, we now know that when it comes to the assets, the planes return to their owners. But if the planes go back, what happens to the infrastructure, the ticket counters, the boarding gates, and the takeoff slots? This is where rival airlines pull out their knives. Let's break this down into two scenarios. Standard airports, like Fort Lauderdale, Broward. At FLL, Spirit was the absolute king. They controlled almost all of Terminal 4. But the boarding gates are owned by Broward County. When an airline goes bankrupt, it breaks the lease agreement. The airport immediately takes back control of those spaces. Who's going to pounce like wolves? JetBlue, which already has a massive base there, Southwest, and Allegiant. The county will simply redistribute those gates to the airlines that promise to fill them the fastest, so they don't lose out on airport fee revenue. Slot-constrained airports like Newark, LaGuardia, and Chicago. Here, things change. There is no space at these airports, so they operate using slots, essentially a lifetime permit to land or take off at a specific time. Those slots are worth tens of millions of dollars. They become an asset of the bankrupt company, and the bankruptcy court judge organizes a brutal auction. The highest bidder takes them. The money raised goes straight to paying the banks and suppliers that Spirit stopped paying. And we've saved the most critical point for last, the human element. When the departure screens went dark over the weekend, thousands of pilots, flight attendants, mechanics, and ground staff, primarily based at their headquarters in Broward County, Florida, were left without an income overnight. What are their real options? The industry is cruel, But the job market has its nuances. Mechanics and technicians, they are the ones who will suffer the least. There is a terrifying global shortage of certified A and P mechanics. Major airlines and maintenance hubs in Miami and FLL will absorb them almost immediately. Pilots. They have a golden lifeline called a type rating. They are certified to fly the Airbus A320 family. Airlines like JetBlue, Frontier, Delta, and American, all with a massive presence in Florida, are actively hunting for already trained Airbus captains and first officers. Even though they will lose their seniority and have to start from the bottom of the roster at another airline, they won't be short of work. Flight attendants and ground staff. They face the toughest battle. The local South Florida market is robust, with American dominating in Miami and JetBlue in Fort Lauderdale, but competing for those spots will be fierce in the coming months. Emergency job fairs in the region are already starting to be organized. The death of an airline is a corporate spectacle where nothing goes to waste. Airplanes change colors, airport gates change owners, but the hardest hit is always taken by the people who dedicated their lives to keeping those planes safe in the sky and making every flight a memorable experience for the passengers. And to close out the topic of Spirit, we'll leave you with some of the most memorable moments and epic brawls ever seen on an airline. Tell us, what do you think about the disappearance of Spirit? Do you know anyone affected? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video and want to hear many more air stories, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. It helps us out a ton.